Try double nymphing here. It's up since last time I came. Probably up 6 to 8 inches. Running clear though. I've got a 4mm on the point and a 3mm on the dropper. I've already seen a few fish rising, so I might drop back after I've nymphed through here so we can pick up them on dries. Another one on dries. Not as big this fella, but just as welcome. I just want to talk to you about my nymphing setup. I know I've gone through dries a few times here, so I thought I'd show you a nymphing rig. Today I'm using a 10'6" Cortland rod. It's a 3-weight. I usually use a 2-weight, but there's quite a bit of water in it today, so I thought I'd just up a bit more power in it. Reason I use such a long rod is use a 10 foot or above. Gives me that extra reach, because I'm picking all my line off the water. I don't want any line in the water, just the indicator at times. Sometimes I might let my indicator sink if I want to get really deep, but 9 times out of 10 I've got all my line off the water. So I use a nymphing line. I think it's a 0.55 nymphing line, and from there I've got a 0.16 Sempi white tapered leader. Sorry, it's not tapered. It's all the same diameter, 0.16. I don't like any taper in my system because if you guys want to try it, if you've got like a 2mm bead with a tapered leader and you cast it upstream, held all the line off the water, you see that there's a sag in your line, like that. Sag basically creates drag, which we don't want. If you've got sag in your system, you're not getting better contact to your nymphs, better tape detection. It's all about the contact to your nymphs, the drift, better tape detection. So from there, that's about, I have it about 14 foot long. And from there, I have a two-toned, you can see that, two-toned indicator. That's about 2 foot long. So my overall leader is 16 foot long. And from the end of there, I've got a tippet ring. You can see that. It's a 0.5 tippet ring. A lot of the lads, some competition lads are tying straight to the leader. Leave even that little piece of metal, it's creating drag. So doing away with that. You could put a perfection loop in there if you wanted to, which does up sensitivity if I'm honest. But I just go for a tippet ring. Then usually, rule of thumb, I usually go about 6 foot from my point fly to my indicator. So today I've got 2 flies on. I've got like a Spanish bullet on the point, which is 4mm, and then I've got a violet tag. Usually, but I do vary this, it's about 50 centimetres apart from a point fly to my dropper. Usually my 50 centimetres apart is from the end of my elbow, edge of my elbow, to the tip of my fingers. And that's where I tie my dropper. My dropper is usually about 4 inches long. But throughout the day, obviously, I'll be cutting away at that, and I could change this leader more and more. But what I do see is, a lot of lads stick to what they've put together at the car. So, you know, like the river all the way through isn't the same depth. So to get the best tape detection you can get and better drifts, you want to be as close to this indicator as you can, best without spooking the fish. So if it's really clear and low, you know, fish in skinny water, I could have that maybe, you know, only 2 foot away, maybe just a single nymph. But usually, rule of thumb, I've usually got about 6 foot on. But I will vary that, and I'll keep chopping and changing my nymphs. Same with that, you see a lot of lads, they've got the same nymphs on all day. I'm changing maybe 2 or 3 times through the pool. The tippet material that I like, I use Stroft. I think that's 0.10, 1.4 kilograms. And then in the winter, I use Hanak. I think that goes up to 0.12. when I've got a bigger nymphs on, you know, closer to the bottom. But with nymphing, it's all about contact to your nymphs, better drift, better take detection. That's what I'll be concentrating on. Same with dry fly. I wouldn't be obsessed with the latest leader. As long as you've got no taper in your system, gives you better contact to your nymphs. You know, yeah, what leader are you using, what this are you using. Just stick to what you're confident in. Like say I use Sempi, that's in white. I used to use orange, but with my two-toned indicator, the top extends orange into green, and I couldn't see where my indicator finished and where it started, so I used to put a clear section of line in there, but I've come away from that now. I just turned to white. I can see my indicator better. But that's what contact to your nymphs. I'll be concentrating in that, getting the best drift. Sometimes, you know, a long way in front of you. In the winter you can maybe get a bit shorter, but when you're first starting out, start short, build your confidence, longer and longer away, and the longer rods obviously are holding all your line off the water. You start fishing further away. Then bigger fish, you want to be fishing further away because it's all about your presentation and stealth. Everything's stealth, dry fly, nymphs. You know, you don't want to go crashing into the water. I carry quite a lot of nymphs, but a lot of the same nymphs, a lot of same weights. You know, they're all pheasant tails, hare's ears or tags. I've got a lot of them, but they're all in different weights, from like 4 mil, 3.5, 3, 2.5. You know, I ain't got hundreds of patterns, but I've got hundreds of flies just in different weights. Some on jigs, some on straight, but a lot of them, as you see, a lot of them are drab. I like hot spots in them, so like hot spot collars, or at the butt, UV maybe, CDC. But you want to be you want drab flies. Yeah, in the winter you can go to pinks, purples and stuff, but for trout you want drab flies. Maybe little, like I say, little subtle changes in them, hot spots and stuff. I think that works best. Got another box of nymphs here. Actually, this is more like my grayling and dirty water sort of stuff. You see more brighter stuff in there, tags. But same again, not a load of different flies, a lot of the same, just in different bead colours, bead weights, stuff like that. I hope that helps some of you guys. If you've got any questions, fire them across. I do catch a lot of fish on nymphs. I am good, you know. I think I'm better at nymphing than I believe I'm dries. So I hope that helps you guys. Getting them on a terrestrial now. It's the 4th one I've had out of this pool. Cracking fish.